Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jazz Confusion Power Hour. I'm your host, Mel Albin, and I host this show every week. And I've been hosting this show for quite some time now, and we have an array of wonderful guests, and tonight is no exception. Let me tell you a little bit about the Power Hour. The Power Hour features guest artists primarily connected to jazz. It could be jazz crossover to jazz gospel, jazz R&B, jazz rock, jazz reggae, jazz country. But we were primarily a jazz station promoting and keeping jazz alive. The Power Hour has had terrific guests. We've had on our show. We've had Mesa. We've had Pieces of a Dream. We've had Brian Culbertson. We've had Raheem Devon. We've had just so many. We've had Annie Lennox, Billy Ocean. Um, so this week we is no exception. We have a terrific guest, but I want to introduce the new station to you. Right now, the Jazz Confusion Power Hour and the Source TV Radio Network has a new look, a new design. It's cutting edge. It allows us to do a lot more live shows, and that's what we're known for, our live shows all week long. The site is still in process of development. So if you're looking at it on your telephone or your cell phone, it may not scale properly. This will be all done by next Monday. Monday is our launch date for the final version. So right now on your website, it should be fairly clear. There may be some overlap, but this is all being taken care of and corrected. But we're doing it right now live so everyone can get a look at it, even though it may need a little bit of work, but it'll be ready by next Monday. This is a special week for more than one reason. We have two power hours. The first one we had was last Monday. This past Monday, we had Johnny Britt. And tonight we have another special guest that I'm sure you're going to all really enjoy. Okay, so let me tell you about our guest for tonight. Tonight we are honored to have as a special guest an artist and composer who continues to unfold with breathtaking grace, driven by her innate musical talent and unwavering devotion to her craft. Her debut jazz album, Best Wishes, received accolades everywhere. She earned recognition as a finalist for the Smooth Jazz Network's esteemed Breakout Artist of the Year award. Her music resonated globally, securing places on the top radio charts and amassing over 13 international awards. These accolades include the Intercontinental Music Awards distinction for Perfect Love, one of her terrific songs we're going to be playing tonight, as the best song of North America in the jazz genre. And there's so much more. So let's bring on tonight's special guest on the Jazz Confusion Power Hour, Miss Yulia Petrova.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Yulia. How
Thank
are
you so
you?
much for inviting me today. Very excited about it.
Well, we're really pleased you could take time from your busy schedule to spend some time with us tonight. And I'd like to start off by asking our special guests, I do this every week, to update everyone on what you're currently doing, where can they come to see you, and what's in the works. You have new releases coming out, so why don't you just share with everybody what you've been doing?
Thank you. I'm working right now on a project with the Italian producer Ricky Bolognesi, and this project is gonna be featuring Lemek Israel. I hope everyone knows who is it. It's very amazing guitar player, young, but he's fantastic. So in this project also participate Carla Leal from Dallas and Eric Morgan. So this is gonna be my next collaboration.
Wonderful,
Mhm.
wonderful. You have new releases coming out?
We didn't think about release date yet, but just keep working on it, and yeah, just keep working. Another collaboration I have also, it's gonna be released soon. It's like Christmas season song. So it's collaboration with a vocalist JC Soul on song River by Johnny Mitchell. So
Okay.
this interesting work for me because it's not like jazz or smooth jazz. It's a little bit different. You will see it later. You can hear it
What,
later.
yeah, what genres do you work in these days? I know you started off as a classically trained pianist, and then you've discovered jazz and other forms of music. You know, how would you tell the audience? How would you define your genre today? What would you call it?
Um, Usually artists, they say or they play, compose whatever they feel they need to say, and then people who listen, they try to put on some certain categories, right? So artists usually doesn't don't think about it, so they usually just create, and then everyone can judge and place in certain categories.
Well, I'm just curious. I know there's different categories and you cross over a lot, but you cross over into R&B.
Mhm. Yes, also classical, of course, because I have a big influence of classical music. I was a classically trained pianist and whole my childhood, and later listened a lot of classical music and played a lot of classical music.
Well, let's spend a few minutes talking about your childhood. Now, you were born in Russia, is that correct?
Yes, in Siberia, Russia, in
In
Novosibirsk.
Siberia, okay.
Yes.
Tell me about your household, your home. Does anybody play music in your home? Is anybody a musician before you?
No, no one. Our professional musicians. My parents just liked music, and they noticed that I singing some melodies in age 5. I didn't know what song I sang. I just was singing, and they noticed that I sing something they didn't hear before, but sounds nice. And they told me, "Oh, we need to try learn for you. You need to try learn piano and see maybe you like it." So we had piano at home, but
You did, okay.
my brother didn't play. My parents want him play, but he didn't practice. So
So did your parents get the piano for your brother, not for you?
right, yes, my old brother.
Okay.
Yes, and
So
I met my teacher in an unusual place in a river beach. When we were with my parents on a river beach, we met another family, and that woman had also a girl like my age, and we start playing together, and they also start talking. My parents start talking to each other, and that woman we realized she was a piano teacher, and she invited me to her house and said, "Oh, you need to learn piano. You have it at home, so I can teach you."
now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere that at age 5 you first sat down at the piano when you were 5 years old. Is that true?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you composed your own melodies by the time you were age 8.
Um, I maybe I composed early, like I said, I sing in something. I composed in my head a little bit, but I was able to notate my song, wrote it in a paper in each
Well,
in
did
a,
you play? Did you play in church or did you play in school?
yes, I studied in specialized music school and practiced a lot for it to be able learn there. So it's very competitive place to be, and it's helped me to be on a good level. And yeah,
Was that the music conservatory or was that before?
it's a school before conservatory. It's specialized music school. It's starting from elementary age to the high school, all ages
Okay,
on school. Yeah, yeah.
okay. So after you played in high school, you taking lessons. What happened after you finished and graduated from high school?
I like to compose, improvised in middle school, high school, and decided to try go to conservatory on composition and theory, and I was accepted. So
Okay.
I was happy about it, and yeah, it gave
How
me.
old were you? How old were you then?
It was 18 years old. I was yeah, 18 years old.
You were classically trained, right? But
Yes,
you were also playing with different bands. Now, where was the conservatory? Was it in Siberia?
yes, in Siberia, and also it's a classical traditional education. I didn't learn blues there or jazz. I didn't learn there. I wish I could. And it just it was also hard time for everyone to listen music such like rock, blues, jazz. After Iron Curtains fall, that was easier to find recordings and start to listen more music.
And I think I read also there were bands locally that were performing, and you played with them too. Is that correct?
Yes, but it was also already after I finished my high school, so it's after
Right.
school. Yes. Hmm.
Right. Okay. Well, tell us about your first debut single, "Storm." You featured the renowned guitarist Sergei Agatov. Why don't
Yes.
you tell everybody a little bit about Sergei and about the song and how that all happened?
It's very interesting story. I composed this song long time ago. I'll be honest, I did it in when I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
played the song exactly I played on recording that age, and just I didn't have a chance to record at that time. And only when I came here in US and had I just met online with Sergei Ignatov, and
How did you meet him?
online I started
Online. Okay.
working musicians because I didn't know anyone. I moved to US and I didn't know musicians, didn't have any contacts here. I didn't have even English. That's why I found a Russian guy who he really great and he's composer and he really talented and everything. He can sing, he play drums, guitar, compose of course. He's a producer also. He play bass guitar in my song. By the way, he play drums. He play bass guitar, fretless, and guitar in song "Goodbye," and he produced the song.
Okay.
Yes,
And so
I'm a
when did you come to the U.S.? When did you move here?
It's my ex-husband project. We moved here because of it, and I couldn't work, and I didn't have a piano. It was tough time for me, and but I just decided to didn't lose my time, and um, I used my time to like have a kids here.
Okay.
Yes, yes, and then later when it was more chances for me to start doing something, I was definitely I was excited to start write music again, like
So
more.
what year did you come here? What year was it? Do you remember?
Yes, I came here in 2000.
2000, starting the new millennium. Okay.
Yes, long time ago. Mhm.
Wonderful. Okay. So then other releases came after Storm. You had Where There Is Nothing to Say, King of Kings, a collaboration with Joel McRae.
Yes.
You had For You, featuring Grammy Award-winning producer Manakud Chinwa in 2021. You had The Love of God that radiated brightly at the Neves International Christian Film Festival.
Mhm.
And while For You triumphed at the Barcelona International Film Festival, then came Perfect Love, Why Did It Come Out That Way, Goodbye, Morning Melody, Sign of Love, and Under the Dancing Moon, Under the Singing Sky. You were so productive. You were doing so much music, and you're winning awards all over. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that period were you connected to a record label, or were you an independent artist?
I'm independent artist. I just start recording songs not long time ago, because it's not easy to do for me financially, and time wisely. I could do it, of course, even in a more shorter period of time, but I'm grateful I did it, and to record the album, it was one of my dreams, and finally it happened this year. So it's a period of time when I had a uh, had a more freedom. My kids grow up, like they became older, and I had more time for my music. And so I started to doing what I wanted to do and continue do the same.
So you came here in 2000, and your music career was on hold. You weren't doing any music, right?
Yeah, I didn't have a piano at all for several years, and it was hard.
So when did you pick it up again? What year was it that you started again to be able to have a piano and start to work?
Yes, I had a piano like in 2000, say 2007. I started to play, just play, and
You must have been excited.
did some like draft ideas, record some draft ideas, but not much because I still had small kids and a lot of to do. But also I didn't know anyone to work with on these ideas. So I just started to work on my technique again, and just enjoying piano. And in 2000, what is it? 14, 2014, 2015. That's time I started work a lot on music.
Was it hard those 7 years when you didn't have a piano? Was that hard for you?
It was hard, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. So you started playing. You got a piano in 2007. So when did you release "Where There Is Nothing to Say" and "King of Kings"? What year was that?
Oh,
Just
so
roughly.
I think it's King of Kings. We released this. It was December, and it was 2018. And because 19, it was some awards for 19 for the song.
Okay, so what happened between 2007 and 2019? There's 12 years. You had a piano. So were you recording anything? Were you working with anybody? How did you get back into music?
Yes, I started to just play and record my little ideas sometime when I could, when I had the time. I didn't have much time to work on my music in 2007 still. But later, as I said, 2014, I started to work more on other ideas. Between 2007 and 2014, I had an interesting project for one of like therapists from Canada. So I wrote a serial of pieces for chakras.
Go ahead.
So it's an interesting project for me because it has some challenges in it. For example, so he asked me to write this music. Each chakra has, he explained me, one certain color, right, and certain note. I had to stay on this note, but still need to write a piece.
How did you meet him, or how did he meet you?
It was from my old connection, so
Okay.
I knew him long time ago before, but yeah, it was very interesting project because you have to stay, for example, on one note C, add little bit maybe other notes, but the main note, for example, gonna be C note, and I use different instruments, different rhythm, to, make it more interesting and not so boring to listen. Another song, for example, in D note, another an E on all seven.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you compose the music for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Was
All right.
7 pieces, yes.
How long did that project take you? Where did that take you to?
I don't remember how long it was. Because it was a long time ago.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you had Where There Is Nothing to Say and King of Kings with Joel McRae. How did you get those connections?
So when I was in Dallas, and because I loved music anyway, even didn't have a piano, or then I had piano but didn't have much time or connections, I start to looking for connection. I start to go to concerts and meet people there with musicians. So that's how I met Joel McRae, and he introduced me with Madhu Kuchinwa later. And I met other musicians, so many other musicians. It's how I started here.
So were they mostly collaborations, or were you doing anything solely on your own?
When I met first musicians here in Dallas, I just wanted to bigger network, to have more friends, musicians. And yes, because I wasn't aware like what is here, like how many musicians, what kind of jazz, what kind of blues, just discovered everything. And then because I had already my ideas, when I met Wandel Andrew, so Wandel is an amazing saxophone player. He suggested me a producer he worked with in Los Angeles, Yulia Jr. So this is how I found producer, and this is how I start record my songs. First song before I recorded like Storm and Goodbye, I recorded with Sergei Ignatov. And
I'm sorry, what was that last one?
Storm,
Right.
and Goodbye, the first song of my album, Goodbye. I recorded with Sergei Ignatov.
Okay.
Yeah, this was first producer I met here and worked with him online. And the second producer I met was Liu Ling. So I worked with most of the songs from album with him.
Okay, well, so how did the music get distributed? Were they doing the distribution?
I distributed through the CD Baby.
Oh, through CD. That's how the, really? Okay. And it caught on, and it went to the Neves International Christian Film Festival, and I mean, your music was being nominated everywhere, and that came through CD Baby. I mean, the distribution, all this.
I sent to different festivals my songs, and I think it's not related thing. Just distribute my songs and then send the song to festivals I wanted.
That's what you sent the songs out to different places, right?
Yes.
Wonderful, and you won so many awards. That's wonderful. You did that all on your own.
It's a blessing from God.
Well, look, here's what I want to do. Let's play Perfect Love. Why don't you tell everybody about Perfect Love? Give us a background about that song, and then I'll play it.
Okay. So Perfect Love is one of the songs of my album Best Wishes, and it's an instrumental song too. I played on a keyboard sound, not a real piano sound. And this is a song about perfect love that God has for us. And just was thinking about how great I am and for everything I have, for all blessings, and God is amazing. and I decided to, I just call it perfect love, because even people, we all want to have a big love to each other, but also we need to learn how to love each other, right? And knowing more God, how awesome He is, we can learn how to love each other. So this was the meaning of my, like,
And when did you release this song?
yes, I released the song. Yeah.
No, you released it what year?
What year? Um, I'm sorry, I don't remember right now. I can
Was
find
it,
it later.
no, was it after 2017, or do you have any?
Yes, yes, yes. It's 2021, I think, or
Okay,
something like this. Yeah.
okay. It was
Mhm.
chosen as Best Song of North America in the jazz genre at the International Intercontinental Music Awards, right?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm going to bring that song up now and play it, and then we'll be back after I finish playing it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Well, wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful, great sound. Um, So, okay, let's talk about um, more about you and music. Besides the piano, do you play any other instrument?
Um, I played the drums a long time ago when I was in a high school period, after high school. So that time, just I liked drums, and I had a band, and we practiced it, and we had a drum set there. And when I had a chance, I always was sitting there and play. And once it happened that other band, we were friends, they had to play on a concert, and their drum player, I don't know what happened with him, but they didn't have it for the concert, and they asked me to try to play this rhythm blues with them. So I was happy, and it's like one of most amazing experience for me, and I remember even now very well. So I did the concert on the drums.
Wonderful. Okay. So you're multi-instrumental. You play more than the piano.
I cannot tell about myself that I'm multi-instrumental. I just it was in the past. You know, to be good musician, you have to practice, and if you didn't practice for a long time, of course you lose a lot.
Wonderful. Okay, so we just played "Perfect Love," but now there's another song called "Sign of Love." Was that released at the same time?
No, it was released later, and Perfect Love was, I think it was early song, and then Sign of Love. And this song is more about romantic relationships. So,
Well, we're going to get to it. I'm just trying to figure out the sequence of all of your music. We're going to get to that. What I want to talk about right now, before we play "Sign of Love" and some other music, let's talk about your much anticipated jazz debut album, "Best Wishes." Okay,
okay.
and so tell us a little bit about the album.
Okay, album Best Wishes is like a collection of different different events in or for a certain period of time. That's when I was written my all songs for this album, starting from 2017, as I said, about this. 14 to the 23. So from even small ideas or just events in my life, and I composed, I was thinking about these events, and it's just my experience that I share with listeners. And it starts from song Goodbye, because I didn't want to finish album and say goodbye to everyone in the beginning.
Okay.
But also it can be meaning like goodbye to something old, and like call to have a new life, something new, and you can think about this meaning for the goodbye song. And some certain songs, songs related to certain people in my life, very special people. So "Sign of Love" is one of them. And another other songs about God and His love. So because I'm a believer, this everything is connected and just connected.
Okay. So all of your songs tell a story. They're all stories, right?
Story, "Sign of Love."
All of your music, every song you write has a particular meaning or it's a story that you're telling. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So what what so you after you what other kinds of events in your life did you record on Best Wishes? What other things? What other music?
Best wishes. I recorded. It was one of the first songs when I record best wishes from album, but I released as the last song on album also best wishes as remember telling that first song is goodbye. It's like we say goodbye to something old and open to new life. And the best wishes is wishes to listeners to have a to have a how to say
take your time. Yeah, I'm interested.
Yes, everyone think about. I'm sorry. I sometimes I have problems with English.
That's okay. No, it's not a problem. Everyone's patient. They want to hear exactly, when you compose music. What I'm interested in is not just the beauty of the music, but how you created it. What your thinking was at the time. So that's why I'm asking you these questions. Mm-hmm. So when you did Best Wishes, mm-hmm. you were as finalist at in the smooth jazz category, mm-hmm. and Breakout Artist of the Year. So you won the accolades for Best Wishes also. It seems like almost everything you compose or write wins awards. I mean, that's wonderful. Yeah.
It's wonderful. I think it's blessing. So about wishes, as I said before, I often, when I write music, I thinking, meditate about something and praying sometime. And I just wish for people the best and wish them be loved and have a happy life and learn how to be happy. It's not just happen to you happy, and anyone can be happy, but it's something inside. It's not outside. So, and wishes to for people to understand how they can make their life happy and be blessing for other people too, and help other people be happy.
Wonderful. Okay, that's very inspirational. And that you also won the Best Songwriter Award for that, also, didn't you?
Excuse me, I didn't hear. Second.
You also won an award for Best Songwriter.
Yes.
For Sign of Love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, let's play Sign of Love, and we'll talk a little bit more about that afterwards. Let's play that right now. This is Sign of Love by Yulia Petrova. That's beautiful, Yulia. Just beautiful song.
Thank you. Thank you
You
so
know,
much.
I can see the sign of love in that song. It's
Awesome.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, in 2022, you won the LIT Talent Award,
Mhm.
okay, and in multiple categories for Best Female Artist, Best Instrumental Music, and Best Jazz Music with Sign of Love. You know, so were you surprised that you won all those awards?
Um, I know God blessed me a lot, and I just decided to be blessing to other people. And each award for me is like um, it's a modern award. It's a modern award. It's a sign of blessing. It's a sign of remain humble and so I'm be grateful for everything and everyone who somehow, you know, brought me closer to this moment or to have a word. Yes, it's just a lot to me. Uh, but at the same time, as I said, it helps me to be humble, remain. Yes,
Yeah,
because like just God gave me talent and I use it and I'm grateful and it's like I see it working. It works.
I can see how happy your music makes you.
Yes, thank you.
It's wonderful. Okay, let's play another one of your songs. Okay,
Mhm.
but I want to ask a question. When you compose your music, do you do it all by yourself, or do you have other people that you show it to and get and ask them what they think? I mean, how do you go about writing a song? Do you do it all on your own?
I come with comes to with melody to my instrument piano, and I'm sitting right here near my piano keyboard.
And you don't have a team that you work with. You don't have a music director, and you don't have any other musicians that you ask them to listen to it or anything.
Uh, so I idea comes to me with like it's a melody, it's a harmony and a rhythm, and I can hear all instruments kind of its should
Wow.
sound right, and I write everything from the beginning to the end on a piano only, so I can hear bass. I know what bass how it's supposed to be, like what kind, like because as harmony, I can hear harmony, I can hear bass, um, and of course melody, and so I see structure, and I send it to producer, and we work like he feel me very feels me my music very well. He understands how I want to make this music like an arrangement, and he asked musicians to record like bass player records bass note for my harmony and like producer add some maybe pads strings and guitar player plays for example harmony too, and when he sent it me back, of course it's too much piano there. It was just as a for showing my music, right? So I delete completely my track, and I have a drums there. I have a pad. I have a. Sometimes I write keyboard chords, in rhythm, and then above it I play piano when I supposed to play and what I supposed to play as a pianist who play inside of the group, not just by himself, but I don't need any more bass notes, for example, because bass player already played. I don't need other notes, right? So I choose some different part of piano in my song, and I record it again, and then I send producer, and he mix everything. We work like
So, so your producer writes all the charts for all the different instruments. He does that.
so. He record, yes, he record the instruments. Yeah.
So he writes the charts. He writes the music for the bass. He writes the music for the horn section or the string section. He writes all the charts so that the musicians know what to play. Right? He does that.
Yes, he does. He does charts. So, for example, I have a melody and I play melody separately and I send as a file, and like musicians hear the melody and they can play. And if someone needs have a charts on it, so producer helps with it. But I think musicians just hear very well without charts and they play what they
Really? They do it by ear. Okay.
Yes, I think so all musicians in my songs, they're awesome and
Yeah.
yes, legendary musicians, many legendary musicians there.
And your producer arranges these musicians for you.
Yes, and he is also amazing too. So just great team, and everyone knows what to do. And bass player hear bass notes, and everyone hear what they need to hear.
We haven't talked much about this, but besides recording and composing, do you perform any place? You perform live?
I perform live not often so far because I just released my album to have a music to perform, and before so it's I didn't have even band for it. Now I have a band and I have music.
Okay.
And I just need to find some agent or promoter who can invite me to play on festivals maybe, or some concert. I would love to play my music.
Sure. You know, I can see you really playing at festivals, big, not just individual concerts, but you know, being part of a big jazz festival.
Yeah, I would like to participate, of course.
Well, we can talk about that later. I know some people that you might want to talk to.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's play the next song now. Let's play Morning Melody. Why don't you tell people a little bit about Morning Melody? That came out alongside Perfect Love and Sign of Love about the same time, right?
Yes, it's about the same period of time. Morning Melody is just so I need to tell you, it's not always some ideas like Keep the Faith itself from my prayers, Sign of Love, because some special person, I was inspired by my relationship with a special person in life. But sometimes music comes to me as colors or mood, my feelings. I feel it, I want to play it, I just sit on the instrument and I play it. And this is how it happened with Morning Melody. When you listen what you have in your head, you meditate and you think how life is beautiful, how awesome. So this is just, morning
Melody. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's play that one and then we'll be back again. Okay.
Mhm.
such beautiful music. It's just so lovely. I love listening to it.
Thank
You
you.
know, I'm so glad you were able to make it on our show so far tonight. You have a comment, if you can see the comment from somebody who's listening in. They said, great show. They're really enjoying you a lot and enjoying your music.
Thank you. I see
So,
Nonikai. Nonikai.
yes, it's Noni Kai. Yes.
Hi, Noni. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit more about more awards followed. So after after you release this music, the Global Music Awards recognize your excellence. For why did it come out that way? And under the Dancing Moon, under the Singing Sky, you got silver medals for Smooth Jazz Instrumentalist and for listener impact entertainment values categories. Under the Dancing Moon, under the Singing Sky, we're also a winner of the same contest in category for Best American Smooth Jazz category in 2023.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, like I said, it's amazing, Yulia. Everything you release wins major awards. I mean, that's just so rare and so beautiful, and it doesn't happen often. So, you know, you're in a very special place, and you know, everyone seems to really love your music. It's wonderful. Must be gratifying.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And now, the most recent album, Best Wishes, is a winner of the Academia Music Awards in August 2023, just recently.
Yes, the
And
whole.
now,
Yes.
and now we considered, I want to talk about this big one. You have a Grammy, being considered for a Grammy nomination for Two Rivers. Is that right?
I consider it for the whole album as a contemporary instrumental album.
That's spectacular. I mean, you know, for somebody who doesn't perform live, this is so rare that you know that you'd be Grammy nominated. You know, usually people you know, do concerts constantly, and they have a big fan base, and then people listen to their music on the stations that report to Billboard. They get charted, and you know, and you don't do much live performance, and just your music is so captivating that you can actually get nominated for that and win all these accolades, all these awards, and also be Grammy nominated. I keep telling you how rare. I've never had anyone on the show winning all these awards that doesn't perform live regularly. So you know, it's a testament to the quality of the music that you produce.
Mm-hmm.
So now Two Rivers, that won a songwriter award. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so.
You can't keep track of all the awards. You see. So who does your videos, by the way? Who produces your videos?
Vanessa Peoples, we worked with a few videos with her, and yes, she did also this video for Two Rivers, and but another version of Two Rivers, the Two Rivers remix, came to album, so I took Two Rivers remix for my album Best Wishes, and Two Rivers in more orchestral arrangement. It's just stay as the original song near my album.
Wonderful. Okay, let's play Two Rivers. I want people to hear your music because I don't get to see you anywhere. So let's play your music so they get to know your music. So this is Two Rivers, and then we'll come back and talk some more. Yulia, every song I keep listening, I get more and more entranced by the beauty of your music, the composition, your piano. It's just beautiful. Your music is just very comforting. It puts people in a good place, a happy mood.
Thank you. That's what I wanted. That's what my name, a title of the album is Best Wishes, because I want people be healed somehow and help them have a good mood, you know.
Well, it's wonderful. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But this has been a wonderful show, and you've been terrific. If you want the listeners and the viewers, and you have 77,000 people tonight who are here listening to you globally,
Thank you.
so everybody is really tuning in to hear your beautiful music. If you want them to remember anything about your music or about you, what would you want them to remember from listening in tonight?
I just I would like to wish people the best, and what about my music? I would be happy if people will listen it, and it's really big award for me. Just have my music as one of favorite music, and it's really also inspired me to write more. And I always think about people when I compose. I want my song service things of other people and uplifting them and inspire them. This is my goal, and I think it's what I can do for people. Yes, and if everyone can feel it, this is a big award for me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Where can people buy your music? Where can they get it?
They can buy on Amazon as a digital variant, and also I sell my CDs on eBay. So if you want a CD album, you can try to find me there. And anywhere else you can find me, just searching name Yulia, Yulia, and Best Wishes. So you can find me in a search in Google.
Wonderful, Yulia. Well, look, there's so much more I wanted to talk to you about and play more of your music. So we're going to have you come back to the Power Hour, a little later, and you'll come back again, and you'll have some more new music for people to listen to. All right,
Yes,
and it's been a real pleasure, and the best of luck to you. You've been a wonderful guest, and your music is really wonderful. I wish you the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you, listeners, for being with us and listen my music and our conversation.
Wonderful.